Well, today Chris Bowen was trying to tell us that because he spent $3.5 billion of your money on energy rebates, that electricity prices are actually going down. Have a look.
You promised $275 off their bills by now in 2021. That hasn't happened. And we can read all the reports, but the only report people are reading is when their their bills go in their letterbox, right?
And when they get those energy bills, they're seeing a $75 a quarter rebate from the Albanese government. In some states, they're seeing state rebates.
It's artificial, and they're still paying for it. It's their taxes.
I don't think people who see it coming off their energy bills regard it as artificial.
He thinks it's all so funny because he doesn't have to worry about his power bill. Laura J saw right through it, and I think most voters are going to see right through it. Let me bring in Keith Pitt, the Nationals MP and former Resources Minister, joining us live from Parliament House in Canberra. This is astonishing, isn't it, Keith? I mean, we've got these threats of blackouts that we know we're going to have to put up with all through summer. Our power prices have gone through the roof. It's pushing families and businesses to the wall. And you have a Climate and Energy Minister laughing about it and telling Australia that actually prices are going down.
Well, Chris Bowen's trying to tell you the equivalent that oranges are turnips, Chris. It is just outright ridiculous. He's now saying, I just saw a statement in the House, that coal is now becoming the most unreliable source of power after it's been incredibly reliable for decades, and intermittent wind solar drops out every single day. Now, the people of New South Wales are catching up with reality. It is hitting them not only in their bills, but in the fact that the lights are going out. But we've had emergency load shedding around New South Wales in the last few days.
Oh, this is just incredible, though. This is war is peace, ignorance is knowledge stuff from Bowen, to say that coal is the problem, that coal is unreliable. The only thing saving us is the fact that subsidies are keeping coal going because the renewables experiment is so far disastrous.
Hundreds of millions of dollars from the New South Wales Labor government to keep Eraring online. And if you want to talk about reliability, the Guinness World Record is held by Stanwell Corporation in Rockhampton. One of their units ran for almost 3 years. Now, that sounds pretty reliable to me, but if you don't maintain them, and 3 units were off for maintenance, and that was scheduled, AEMO knew about it. You've had a couple that had a hiccup, and that happens. But intermittent wind and solar fails every single day, and you can't rely on batteries for backup. It just won't work. And what's happening? Well, prices are a pretty good indicator. They're going through the roof, and Chris Ullman and his documentary special got it absolutely right.
Well, I wasn't picking up my phone to text a message to my wife while I'm interviewing you. I grabbed it just to check on the national electricity market because at the moment, this up-to-date app shows us exactly what's going on. At the moment, over 63% of the electricity in the national electricity market is coming from coal and gas, more than 52% of it from coal, and only 7.7% from wind. Of course, a fair bit from solar at this time, 15%, but that disappears in an hour or so. I mean, this is just the daily fact of the matter. And the only thing you can rely on, apart from hydro in Tasmania, the only thing you can rely on is that coal and gas.
The only thing you can rely on is the Albanese government's going to push up electricity prices even more, and they will drive industry out of this country because they must have affordable and reliable energy. It is the single biggest issue for them, and everyone I'm talking to, Chris, they just can't pay. And now we're seeing reality. You'll get hotter days. Imagine telling people to turn off their air conditioners and their pool pumps.
Oh.
What'll be next? Turn off the lights in the fridge?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. Thanks for joining us, Keith. I appreciate it. Keith Pitt there, live from Canberra.